Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to another vlog. It's bright and early. The sun's just trying to peek up through the... Well, let's look at this, actually. The sun is just trying to peek up through there. But it's actually pretty hazy right now because there's lots of wildfires here in Manitoba. So, like, Manitoba is actually in a state of emergency due to the wildfires. So it's very, very, like, not even smoky yet, just hazy. And they're evacuating people from up north and they're coming to the city, actually like the south part of the province. But it's crazy, man. I feel for everyone who's got to evacuate. My heart goes out to them. The thing that gets me the most, or one of the things, is that there's lots of people being flown from, you know, rural parts of Manitoba, and they're told that they can't bring their pets. That fucking sucks. Because I know for a fact if I had to leave KNOXLY, I'm not leaving. There's no way. I'll figure it out. Thank you, and I appreciate it, but like I'll figure it out. I'm not leaving him behind. There'd be no way I could. There'd be no way I could. Anyways, let's get into today's vlog. Guys, right now it's 5:30 in the morning. And this would be where most people would tap out. Most guys are still asleep, warm in bed right now. But this right here, this is where the real work happens. This is the kind of work that no one's here clapping for. No audience, no spotlight. It just comes down to you and the reps in the gym. Good morning. I'm ready to get back there. Guys, right now it's almost 6 in the morning. No one's here. Well, there's a few people, but really no one. No one's watching. But that's the point. If you only show up when it's easy, when the lights are on, when everyone's watching, you're never gonna make progress. You're ultimately already falling behind. Your mindset's gonna change from trying to do it just to impress people, to do it for you, do it how you wanna do it. You gotta let sideline talk, forget everything else going on and just do it for you and show up when the lights are off, show up when it's just you, show up when it's hard. Now, honestly, guys, it's not about the glitz and the glam. This is gonna be where you grow. Most men will become stronger in silence. Most men will become stronger in solitude. Now, a core group of men in your corner is key, but ultimately you'll find growth and you'll find yourself when you stop and listen and you do shit in silence, you do shit when the lights are off, you do shit when you're alone. You find out who you truly are. I believe a man's stronger in silence. It's not always about the hype, it's more about the discipline. We're gonna start with a nice little warm up here. We're gonna grab the 15-pound dumbbells if I can even find them. Yep, there they are. Put some curls in, the blood flowing. Yes. Honestly, guys, this week has been very stressful. The last few weeks have been stressful. But I find whenever I'm, you know, dealing with a lot, or I got a lot going on one hand, it's exactly what I asked for. The last few weeks have been extremely busy. But guys, like they say, you can't pray for food, you can't pray to be fed, and then complain when your plate's full. So you gotta grind through, you gotta do it. And I know that might sound cliche, but it's the honest truth. If you waste too much time sitting there thinking, sitting there overthinking, sitting there complaining, whining why you're not where you want to be, or why you're too tired, or why you got to do this and no one else does, you're just wasting time. You're wasting time. You could be getting yourself to that point. I know so many people that complain they got to go to work every day. But what are you doing to take yourself out of that situation? What are you doing to actually better your life so you don't have to show up to that job every day? My girlfriend complains to me all the time how she has to go to work every day. But every day we're both working on goals. We're both working on things to get her to a point where she doesn't have to be at work. Whether I can retire her or her business pops off, we're both doing things to put us in position for that to happen. So when she talks about it, she's actually doing the work. And if you're actually doing the work, there's a huge difference. Most people sit there and complain, sit there and talk about it, but never actually do anything. If you're actually doing the work, it's a completely different story. Most people sit there and talk, and they want that validation. The more you talk about it, the more people give you that validation, the more you feel good for not even doing the damn thing. So I just keep my mouth shut, do my own thing. And I've learned no one needs to know my shit. Unless they're involved in it, no one needs to know my shit. The more people involved, the more it can fuck up. The more hands that touch it, the more it divides. I just keep it to myself, keep it hush, grind, and I see it through. And then you got people, how'd you do it? This is how I do it, showing up this early. Alright guys, most of y'all will only show up when you're motivated. When you ultimately deep down know that you feel like it, when you have the time, when it's all perfect. But if you're deep down chasing something bigger, if you want more out of life, whether that's the car, the house, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, whatever it is you're looking for out of life, the money, the status, the job title, if you want more out of this life, you don't have time to wait on your feelings. You gotta make those feelings right. You gotta do what you want to do, what you set out to do, regardless of how you feel about that. If you're tired, if you're upset, if you're angry, do it anyways. I know it sounds blunt, I know it can sound harsh, but you're never gonna succeed if you let your feelings dictate the path you choose. Discipline is gonna be what separates the average from the obsessed, the successful from the unsuccessful. And look around, this is what it looks like at 5:30. There's no one here, no crowd, no praise, just me in the weights. And that deep down desire that I got to achieve my goals. I wanna be the kind of man that says he's gonna do something and then actually goes and does it. I don't wanna be the guy who talks, get the validation and never achieves it. That's what most of y'all are doing right now. And if you are and you realize it, well, this is where you can change it. This is where you can step up and change the game forever, change your life forever. Because brother, I'm gonna be honest with you, that's the gap that most dudes will never close. That's the gap where most dudes get lost and they never get out of. But good news for you, you're aware of it, and this is where you win.